Okay, this is a tutorial that's hopefully going to show you how to play Somebody That I Used to Know on the guitar. First of all, we're going to cover the verse section and the two chords that you're going to use to play that. Now, you're going to firstly use the D minor for the first chord, and the second chord you're going to use is C major. And I'm going to show you how to play both of those now. Now, for the D minor, you're going to take your first finger and you're going to put it on the first fret of the highest string, which is the lowest one down, the furthest away from the top, and you're going to play that. You're then going to take your middle finger and you're going to put it on the second fret of the G string, which is the third string from the bottom, and you're going to play the second fret, which sounds like that. And you're going to take your fourth finger and you're going to place that on the third fret of the B string, which is the second string up, and that will sound like this. Together, those three in order from the G, then the B, then the E string, sound like this. Okay, you've got to hold those down loads. If you don't hold it down too much, they'll buzz, or they just won't sound very good. You've also got to be really careful with this hand not to touch any of the strings. You've got to really lift your hand, like kind of arch your hand up over all of the strings, so as not to touch any of the strings besides the ones that you're pushing down on. And you also play the D string, but you do not play the A string or the E string. You only play from the D, which sounds like this. Okay, so that's the first chord, the D minor. The second chord is the C major. Now you're going to take your first finger and you're going to place that on the first fret of the B string, the second string up, which will sound like that. You're then going to take your middle finger and place it on the second fret of the D string, which is there and sounds like this. And then you're going to take your fourth finger and place it on the third fret of the A string, the second string from the top, which is going to sound like this. And then you'll play, you don't play the lowest string, the E string on this chord, but you do play the A string where you're playing the third fret with your fourth finger, so you play all of those. So you go, and that's C major. So what I firstly suggest you do is learn to play both chords. D minor, C major. Again, D minor, and C major. And when you can change between both those chords quite confidently, you then need to play them in the correct rhythm. And if you were counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, you'd play it in this pattern. D, D, C, C, D, D, C, C, and start off slow, so it goes like this. You might need to play it even slower than that to start with, so D, D, C, C, D, D, C, C, D, D, C, C, D, D, C, C. And that's how you play the verse section on the guitar for Somebody That I Used to Know.